This folklore is based on fact. Think about it. People say, well, the angels, but in Greek mythology, it calls them gods. Who do you think the angels are? The Bible calls the angels sons of God. If God is God, then whatever son he produces or creates, what would that be? That would be a God. You are a man. What do men give birth to? What do men make? Other men. We call them man-child. Right? A horse give birth to a horse. A dog give birth to a dog. If God is God and he creates children, what will his children be? Gods. That's why they are called the sons of God. They are gods. That's why he's the most high God. The word most implies that you are going against something else. You are in comparative to something else. That's what that means. If I say I'm the best, you got to ask yourself, the best of what? You can't have best if you are alone. You can't have most if you are alone. These are words that indicate that there's something else out there. You understand what I'm saying? These angels are gods, but they are not the most high God. That's why in Greek mythology call them the gods. In ancient Sumerian, they call them the Anunnaki. The Indians called them Thunderbirds. The Egyptians called them Neteru. All these are different names referring to the same thing, the sons of God, the Bang Elohim, the angels. And they had relations with mortal women. And the result was a hybrid race of giants that were half human, half immortal. This is what the book teaches. But did you finish reading that?
Yeah, identical with the Zuzim.
They are identical with the Zuzim. So we know that the Zuzim and the Zanzumim are the same thing. They are giants.
Oh, wait, there's some more.
Mm-hmm.
From a slight similarity between the two names, and from the mention of the Emim in connection with each, it is conjectured that the Zanzumim are identical with the Zuzim.
Right, because the emails are always mentioned with the Zuzims, and then in another place they mention with the Zanzumim. So they say it's conjecture, it's theorized that they are the same. And based on how they listen together in the Bible, they are. Just different pronunciations and ways to spell it, right? But now, it mentions the emails, right? Because we read about them. They go that M's on the end. Let's look up these guys. This is page 171 in the Bible dictionary. See, we look at all this stuff up for you. So you can go behind us and do your own research. Or you're going to continue to listen to lying elders and pastors just telling you, oh, those just sons of self in Genesis 6. Ain't nothing special. Then what about all this? Show this to your elder. Say, elder, explain this. Explain that. Who did these giants came from? Well, they were sons of Noah. Show me one giant in this Bible. The Rephaim, the Nephilim, the Emims, the Zazimims, where it says they descended from one of the sons of Noah after the flood. Show me one. I remember we was on one E group, and a guy on there was just so adamant. He didn't want to believe this because we were trying to tell him that on the E group. He didn't want to believe it. So I just got dramatic. I said, tell you what, bro. I will personally send you a check in the mail for $50 if you can trace even one giant back to a son of Noah. And he told me he was going to get back to me on Monday because I told him that on a Friday or a Thursday. Then when I came back on the E group, I'm posting all this stuff. Where you at, bro? Where you at? What happened to you? Then somebody else came on and said, oh, you looking for such and such? Oh, he left the page. He left the E group. He quit. So I emailed him directly. He told me, yeah, I'm going to get back at you. I think I can trace a giant. I think I can trace a giant to Ham, but I'm going to have to get back to you on that. And after that, I ain't hear from him again. And all of a sudden, we get an email from him. He got his own E-group, and he teaching the same old nonsense on his E-group. He just forgot our whole conversation. That's what people do. They block out the truth when they can't accept it. Time to get away from that. Nobody, and I make the same challenge to everybody out there listening. Trace one of these giants back to a son of Noah. Well, Goliath was a Philistine. Philistine one of the sons of Ham. We're going to deal with Goliath and show you that. Goliath was not a Philistine by blood. He was a Philistine by residence. But now let's move on. Read them emails, page 171. Go ahead.
Emims. Terrors.
Terrors. I guess if you were 25 to 30 feet tall, there would be something terrifying, wouldn't it? Go ahead.
A tribe or family of gigantic stature.
A tribe or family of what? Gigantic stature. More giants, right? Go ahead.
Which originally inhabited the region along the eastern side of the Dead Sea. They were related to the Anakim.
They're related to who?
The Anakim. Anakim.
Kim, M, they go that M again, just like Elohim. They relate to the Anakim. See, the ancient Hebrews knew what they were dealing with. That's why they named it with suffixes so that the following generation would know, oh, this related to the angelic world. The problem is, nobody is researching these words today. They're just taking these lying elders and pastors' words for it. Time to get away from that. Time to stop teaching this St. Augustine doctrine, because that's what their sons of self stuff started with. You got all these black Hebrews, you're supposed to keep the Lord's Sabbath day. Don't go to church on Sunday. That's the Roman Sabbath day. That's not the real Sabbath day. You don't supposed to deal with Roman Catholic doctrine. And I totally agree with that. But your sons of self doctrine is also Roman Catholic doctrine. Why don't you get rid of that too? Don't get on other people for believing Catholic doctrine and you holding on to it. That makes you a hypocrite. But did you finish that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on because they mentioned the Anakim. Let's go to Deuteronomy 2 and 9 and see what they mentioned that. All this stuff is in here. All you have to do is look it up. There are no more excuses. See, we making it hard for people out there to make excuses. We can tell by the response and stuff we getting that a lot of people are waking up. We got a lot of people who were dead set against us. Now saying, I thank y'all for you brothers. But we don't take no glory in that. We take glory in the fact that you are opening your eyes to the truth. We didn't come on YouTube to be praised or to get glory. We're here for one reason and one reason only. To tell you the absolute truth. You can take it or leave it. That's all we're about. We ain't about no members. We ain't about no money. We ain't about no large congregations. We ain't about no big extravagant buildings. If the Most High give us all that, that's all good. We will thank Him for it. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to tell you the absolute truth. That's it. You can insult us, you can make fun of us, and they have done it, but that's all they can do. They can't crack open this book and get down in this book. Then we don't care, right? If you can't do that. Deuteronomy 2 and verse 9. Deuteronomy 2 and 9. Let's take a look at these Anakims. 2 and 9. Okay. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give thee of their land for possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for possession. The Emims dwelt therein in times past.
We know the Emims were giants. We looked that up. They dwelt there in times past. Notice that all these giants are just hanging out in what will become Israel for the Hebrews. In the promised land. Why are they over there? Seems to me like Satan had them strategically placed over there to keep the Hebrew Israelites out. In another class, we can show you that they were over there specifically for that purpose. But finish reading.
A people great and many.
It's a people great and many. So they were very numerous. Oh, these giants were populating like crazy. Most of y'all out there have only heard about Goliath. But we haven't even got to 1 Samuel or 2 Samuel yet. This is all in the first 5 books of the Bible. And we're reading about nations of giants. So how come the modern day church only want to talk about Goliath? How come they telling these Easter and these Christmas stories and these Bible study stories, they don't talk about Goliath? The Bible speaks about a lot more than Goliath as giants. In fact, Goliath was comparatively small compared to these giants you read about here. We're going to show you that. But go ahead.
And tall.
They was a people great and tall like who?
As the Anakim.
As the Anakims. The Anakim. They go that M again. See, now you know what you're dealing with. If it got ites on the end of it, like Hamite, Israelite,